Ready? All right. 5:30 p.m. We'll call the meeting to order. Open forum. This is an opportunity for the public to address the city commission on any matter of public business, except public hearings. Comments related to public hearings will be heard when the specific hearing begins. And I'll check with our city secretary.
Nobody signed up.
Nothing. All right. All right. Item 1, public hearing on proposed fiscal year 2023-24 City of Breckenridge tax rate. And this will be an open public hearing starting at 5:31 p.m.
At this time, no one has signed up to speak. I don't know if anyone in this speaking, nobody has signed up to speak.
All right. Then we will close the public hearing at 5:32 p.m. and turn it over to city manager and let her take it from there.
Well, the agenda, all this information you all have seen. So, on the, proposed tax rate, again, was based on using the de minimis rate calculation. And that is proposed to be 1.05471 per 100 valuation. The no new revenue tax rate is 0.91750 per 100 valuation. The voter approval tax rate is 0.97818 per 100 valuation, and the de minimis tax rate is 1.16224 per 100 valuation. I do have a few slides, and you have this in your background information. This is a summary of the budget. You all have seen that. And essentially this first one, it just says what's in the budget. And again, there is a tax rate increase of 0.03471. The existing debt for the water wastewater is moved to the water wastewater fund from the general fund. So that available debt capacity is to fund the certificates of obligation that, by the way, were funded today. So that money was deposited in the bank. And we talked about those. Those are street improvements, park improvements, and facility improvements. And you'll see in next week's agenda some action items on parks for that. We do have increased pay for all existing employees to bring closer to the market competitiveness. And you'll notice on all of these, and you guys have seen this before, but remember we went through the strategic planning, and these are the different goals that these align with in that strategic plan. The vehicle replacement program, for public works, 2 backhoes, the fire department, Jaws of Life, and that's in partnership with Stevens County. We're each funding half, and then significant funding for contract mowing and Gonzales Creek maintenance. It does also include the reduction of 3 full-time employees due to streamlining and increasing efficiencies and transferring existing employees to other vacancies. So what happened, just as a reminder, in the meter reading department, we had 2 meter readers, and now we only need 1 with the automatic meter program, the meters that we have in there. And with the garage, we took that position and eliminated it primarily due to the vehicle replacement program, and reassigned that employee to our water, wastewater collections and distribution department. And then the water treatment plant, again, we'll have more information on this next week, but we've talked about how we're going. We have 5 full-time employees right now, and it's 24/7 coverage. So we have found that we can streamline and reduce 1 full-time employee, and by utilizing a complementary system to our current SCADA, that would be a notification program, because that shift from 12 to 8, basically they're just making sure that there's nothing happening in those overnight hours. So what we have is this emergency notification program. So if something starts going, it will notify, and then it would be an on call that they would go down to the water treatment plant. So that's what that is. And then the other sheets I won't go through, but if you go to that first one, yeah, there you see some of the costs associated with the COLA. And that basically the COLA and merit for our employees, and equity adjustments, and those equity adjustments are primarily for police and fire. And that's $1.50. And then the 4% basically for all other employees. And that's 313,000 roughly. The fleet maintenance is 226. That's what that says. Yeah. And then the creek maintenance, Lake Daniels and Gonzales Creek maintenance is 51. The Jaws of Life there that we talked about, that's 19,000, and the cemetery mower. And so those, this is all information you've seen. And that's where we're at next week, which is next week, September 5th. That's when we'll have the public hearing on the budget, and then you guys will vote on all of these items at that time.
Any questions, guys? Now, are we still waiting on some of the police units to get here?
Yes, we did receive one, but that is a backlog that is not uncommon, unfortunately, with all the different add-ons that they have on those vehicles. And waiting for some of those things to come in, plus some of the equipment like radios are ordered separately, and cameras, so yes, we are.
They're all there, we're just waiting for all the, but yeah,
they're called the aftermarket,
Yeah.
the equipment that goes on them.
Or you have to do the outfit everything for the.
Right, yeah. I mean,
You
even.
can get one. You need it. Just saying.
Well, and that's like the fire, the unit that the county purchased, right? I mean, they're just now getting that.
it's taken like 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months for that. I mean, it's just, that supply chain thing is still real, and we're still feeling it. And I think a lot of cities across the state are, getting vehicles, and that, by and large are it's a smaller pool of availability for the types of vehicles that, they're looking for. Supply and demand.
There's a lot on order right now, so we have a lot ordered.
Yeah. But we don't, I mean, they were saying, it could be, remember the first year was 23 that would be replaced, 23 units of the 30 in our fleet. But that could be anywhere between, 9 and 18 months. So we knew that it could bleed into fiscal year 23, 24.
They show up.
I think right now we have 2, 3, 4 with another one coming, so both animal control units.
Okay.
Public, water, well, a couple in public works.
You'll start seeing them look a lot better here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
Any other?
Are they good on that moment? All right, well, it's, we'll say, close this at 5:39 p.m. And, y'all have any request information for the next week for the meeting? Want city manager to bring up or put on there?
Well, that's a good thing, because it's already really full.
Yeah, you
We
know
would
it's
add
gonna
it,
be
we would
yeah,
add it, but we've got like 23 items, I think.
Big one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Long agenda.
5:40, we're done.
We may have
Thank
to
all
work
of
on
you.
dinner.
If you're talking about windmill.
Take a dinner break.
Yeah, that's right. I will.